Hello, you're welcome once again to today's sharing. I hope you're all doing very well. Yeah, please subscribe, press the notification button, and then share. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, this is the part two of what we were talking about, and the title of the sharing today is My Pastor Knows How to Serve God. Only my pastor knows how to serve God. What a myth. Actually, so where I'm trying to explain to us that there is no sacred secular split. I've already explained what the sacred kind of job looks like. Like, for example, we know that those people who are pastors, pope, bishop, deacons, usher, ordained ministers, those people working in the church, they are regarded as those types of jobs are regarded as sacred job, right? So if it were to be the days of old, we would say they were Levites, the Levites, or those people who are in the priestly family. So I'm trying to say that there's nothing like that. There's no sacred or secular. And the secular job, as I was mentioning in the part one, maybe you say Uber driver, teachers, engineers, pharmacists, nurses, doctors, politicians, lawyers. In fact, people say politicians are liars, but not always. Anyway, politicians, lawyers, and all kinds of things, even flight attendant, pilots, anything, waitresses, any type of job that is not that has nothing to do with Christianity or any faith, so to speak. So anyway, so I want to continue with that work. I was trying to show us how why it's not only those people who are working in the spiritual things, so to speak, are those that are ordained by God, or are those that are serving God alone. Whoever you are, whatever your profession is, you are serving the Lord, so long as you reflect and allow the virtues of Christ, the virtues in Christianity, if you allow it to radiate from your life, to reach out to whoever you are ministering to, or whoever you are serving through your profession. So there was an example in the Bible. There was a lawyer, actually, as I just mentioned, a good lawyer. I don't know if he was good, but a lawyer came to Jesus, and he came and he wanted to know if he was serving God. At that time, Jesus Christ had not come, so there were no Christians. But he wanted to know if he was serving God the right way. So this story, it's about the Good Samaritan. So we can open our Bibles to the book of Luke, the Gospel of Luke, chapter 10, verses 25 to 27. It's a very long passage. I'm not going to read all of it, but in your spare time, you can take some time out and read it and reflect on it. So I'll just give the summary of what I gathered from there. The lawyer came to Jesus. He wanted to know if he was doing the right thing in order for him to be able to inherit eternal life. Because at that time, I believe the Pharisees and the scribes and the various religious groups and leaders, they were teaching the people all kinds of things, making them to obey the 10 commandments, and which was actually expanded to over 600 commandments, by the Pharisees. They wanted them to know, he wanted to know if he was doing the right thing, because Jesus now came with the true gospel, the real truth about God. So when he came to Jesus Christ, he was asking, what do I do? I want to know how to inherit eternal life. And Jesus asked him, since you are a lawyer, so I believe Jesus knew him very well to even have known his profession. He said, since you are a lawyer, tell me what is in the law. I'm just paraphrasing. These are not the exact words Jesus used. He said, since you are a lawyer, of course you should know the laws and the commandments and everything that is in the law. So why don't you tell me what is in the law? And the lawyer said, well, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. So from what he said, this is very intelligent, right? And Jesus Christ is a I love my master seriously. I love Jesus seriously. And what did Jesus say? He said, he said, you know the answer. Why are you asking me? You know. He said, thou hast said right. You know the answer. Why are you asking me? You know, that's my own paraphrase. Anyway, let me use the exact words that Jesus said. Jesus answered him, thou hast answered right. This do, and thou shalt live. Right? He said, okay. It's like sometimes we know what is right, but then we just want to, want to affirm, reaffirm, confirm, to be certain that you're doing the right thing. So when the lawyer was asking and he gave the right answer, Jesus asked him, what do you think is the right thing to do in order for you to be able to inherit eternal life? And the lawyer told him, this is what I have to do. I have to love my God and I have to love my neighbor. Okay. Then Jesus said, okay, that's what is in the law. You have it in your head. You have it in your head. You understand already. You have head knowledge, but have you put it to practice, right? So when Jesus confirmed what the lawyer said, this provoked a further question, And in verse 29, he said, talking about the lawyer now. But he, willing to justify himself, said unto Jesus, and who is my neighbor? That's right. Who is my neighbor? And that is the question many of us keep on asking. Who is my neighbor? We say neighbor, 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 neighbor. Who is my neighbor? So this is a very good question. Who is my neighbor? I'm also asking, who is my neighbor? I say it's very good because I have very nice neighbors. I have very nice neighbors, We have one neighbor by our left hand, and we have another neighbor by our right. They are very nice. They are very neighborly, as you will say it. The one by our left is a nice, they are white family. Nice, neighborly people. You know why? They're so kind. When there's so much snow, right now the temperature is about minus 23 degrees centigrade. I believe some people will say, why is she dressed like this with thick clothing? Yeah, minus 23 degrees centigrade and lots of snow. So when there's so much snow like this and we are late, at coming out to clear our snow, this neighbor by the left, after clearing his driveway, he comes out and helps us like halfway. He clears our driveway even without asking. I don't even know if he's a Christian or not, or if he's a Muslim or if he's whatever. They don't even care who we are, but they're just there helping. That's neighborly, very neighborly. But not the neighbor we had before, but that same left-hand side, it was just a terrible kind of neighbor. They just have dogs that will just be barking and making noise. You can't sleep. You can't sleep. And we complain to them. They don't just call it, hey, come inside. And that's it. And the dogs just disturb. At one time, the dog even pursued my daughter. But I thank God they are safe. Even to the extent that they had a quarrel in that house, and there was a gunshot, and the thing penetrated into our house. The Lord just delivered us from that situation. And though the police came, investigation and everything, but they said, oh, well, it was not intentional. They were having their own fights over there, but the thing came into our house. But, well, you can go for civil lawsuit. Well, we just left it and said, let's just have peace. But that's that neighbor. But now, the good neighbor, I think so after a little while, they moved out of that place, and this new neighbor came. And this new neighbor, as if God saw us and wanted to give us peace left and right, So this new neighbor, they are so neighborly, they clear snow and do all those type of things for us. And I just pray a prayer of blessing in my heart for them. I said, oh my God, please bless this family.